It's 16 minutes left till the change. So I think the first one was 13, then 18, then 19, is it? I don't know. These plain strafing ones are really starting to get to us actually. There's, you know, it's very hard to deal with because you build the AA and the AA gets straight.
Yeah, you try to spread it out and mass it up, but it just doesn't work. They've got too many planes and they're all free.
Yeah. So now it's really starting to look bad for us. They've got the AT there, we don't feel like we can push, and I think, yeah, we decide here that we're just going to get the other side of the river and hold the other side of the river. Guppy suicides there, I didn't realise they had quite so much AA. It's a bad mistake. But yeah, we decided camo, radio silence, hide. Because we've got no more income. We've got not really much force left to fight with either. We've got 4 KV1s, 3 bisses.
Looking at it now, though, red doesn't have much either, actually.
It's the Stukas.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we've got to push out on a limb with the AA to get to a place where we're covered by the Stukas to push. And we've got no income either, so it's not like we can build up a force of IS-2s or something.
I just want to mention thing that I tried to attack them. I actually got a depot, I believe, and 3 artillery pieces, but they already got AT there, and that was pretty much lockdown for us.
Oh, it was a Sherman attack, was it?
Yes.
Yeah, we're now Team 1 and Team 4. Now that we've sat off Team 1 a bit, they've decided to go after Team 4. Probably with the Tigers, I imagine. We're doing it from this point of view, just so that you can see what we could see. So, you know, you see that sort of thing and you think, oh, I wonder what it was. I'm pretty sure it's Tigers. So we decided to push with the KV1s and the bisses, using the bisses in front to be a meat shield, because the bisses have got the same armour as the KV1s, but the KV1's gun's twice as good. So you want to use the KV1s for killing, and the bisses for taking hits. With good micro, they could have avoided that, but they were, you know, they were shooting the bisses. So we take out the depot again. This time, decide to run back. I'm just getting artillery on my air base. I should have built my bases further back, in hindsight. The locations of them are all getting shot. It's I think I've lost 2 armour bases so far. My airport was only just alive after that. 10 minutes left till era change. And crucially, that's when admins come into play. So our plan here, we thought about it and we thought, you know what we're going to do, we're going to sit back, we're going to build admins when the time comes, and hopefully win it in the last 10 minutes.
Well, I don't think that's what we were thinking. Well, that's not what I was thinking. I was thinking the other teams go into Carnage and we might have a chance of survival.
Well, I was thinking hopefully the other teams will take enough out of each other for us to have a chance of survival, or a chance of not coming last. Yeah, even though we're on top of points, in fact we're currently winning. Oh, not anymore. I just lost my AT base. It's, yeah, this doesn't look pretty. We've got 2 bisses, 2 KV1s, some miscellaneous recon, and I keep losing these fighter bombers doing some stupid things. It was actually the auto target I think killed that one. It automatically targeted something, and that was the death. This I think is just suicide.
My AA took a real beating as well.
Yes, that was just suicide. Did some rather stupid things with guppies. Yeah, those priests are hitting your AA. You can't counter them with the pushkas. You just have to keep it under radio silence and make sure the recon doesn't get on you. Team 2 have got that depot. The depot we were saying it was hard for them to get earlier, but the pushkas firing it. And it's really kicking off with Team 4 now. Team 4 are starting to fight. And Team 2 have decided to leave us alone and go after Team 4, which is really useful for us because we couldn't have carried on like we were in the first half of the game.
Well, Team 4 was just building more priests, that's what they were doing, and they were just beginning to be more what you call it, dareful. That they just push it a bit forward and forward. I think that attack with priest scared them a little bit, so they were just holding back then a little bit more. But yeah, as you can see from probably if Swift gonna just have a look at all of it. They have a lot of units on the field. I'm pretty sure that most units.
Yeah, it's as I was saying earlier, that the team with most points has got fewest units, and we've gained that points early. So. Yeah, as Swift said about survival, actually, if people aren't aggressive and we can turtle up and survive, then we're actually in a reasonable position with the points we managed to bank early in the game. Because it's quite counterintuitive freefall at times. For example, you don't necessarily want to attack the person who's on the most points, because then you give them more points. Although if you're weak like we are, perhaps you want to finish it off.
Yeah, you always want to attack the person who's the least aggressive, because they're up to something. Well, there's actually Paras at the back.
You want to leave your teammates, your enemies, to attack each other.
Yes, that's what you want to do, yeah.
A lot of psychology that goes on, even though it's not very direct. You have to get a bit lucky.
So now Team 1's woken up and they're pushing KB1s at us.
Yeah. And counter with our KB1s and pisses. Got to get them together, but at the same time those Lees and Wolverines push forward, so it's looking a bit worried.
Yeah.
Snipe out their recon. I'm quite keen on getting that recon, because as soon as he gets close to my airfield, you can see it. It doesn't have to get very close either.
Yeah, plus, the only income we have now is from our HQs, so, like, I don't want to buy any more KB1s, because I only have, like, $60.
So Team 4 just got a fairly big hit on Team 1, and I think they took out an airfield. They took out the German airfield. So you can see the Germans aren't radio silent, so they actually don't have much left. Having lost that airfield. I don't know if anything was on it, but we're just camo radio silencing. We're just hiding in here, saving up cash, getting ready for it. 1 minute. Now, some things you can do in this game is, for example, if we thought that Team 1 was doing well, we could have given a sector over there terror to harm Team 1, or if we thought Team 4 was doing well, you can actually use your ruses to terror. Actually, I think is pretty much the only one you can use. Terror and perhaps decoys. Probably only terror. Anyway, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. How are things looking? Team 1 have taken the lead, but they've got Team 4 pushing on them, and it looks like the Team 4 actually really quite pushing on them quite hard. Again, we've got very little stuff ourselves, but Team 4 and Team 2 have really got into a battle, and decided not to. It used to be all the Team 2's planes were coming straight for us, Team 3. But,
yeah, Lagmaster, I think you lost an airfield there somewhere, I remember. We were laughing about it.
No, I didn't lose the airfield, no. I don't
No, you did.
That.
It might have been Preslevin. I don't know if people
I don't know. There was one airfield further forward,
like
killed by Sextons. No, we definitely saw it.
No,
I remember seeing an airfield killed by Sextons at some point. I don't know if it's happened yet or not.
Maybe it was later in the game when it was like all over, but
yeah, well, yeah, because we looked at it and we were like, yes.
I made Preslevin to stop shelling your base and start attacking the Team 4, but there's still so much, and they have way more artillery. Plus, the Saxons are on the edge of the map attacking us. And actually, I just set up and Thunderbolts rush to attack them. But it's 30 for 30, so I was just hoping to deter them from not attacking us with that artillery. But so far, they haven't pushed with anything but artillery, which is very, very annoying.
Yeah, there's not much you can do around it. I suppose you can sacrifice a Thunderbolt for a priest, but it's not a very good exchange rate, and because it's freefall, you don't really want to be doing that.
Yeah, I was just hoping maybe I could like attack 3 of them at the same time, and maybe 2 of the planes would get out if I blitzed them.
And you had no chance of using these Wolverines to do anything?
I had only planes, and I
Oh
think
yeah,
I
but
built
Praslavan.
barracks, yes. But Praslavan was very, like, worried about your flank, although there's nothing there, like, now. So I think
Yeah, I mean,
Praslavan was not aggressive enough on Team 4.
at this point, I think Swift had about 170 in the bank, would you say, Swift?
Yeah, something like that. I was just gonna build one admin and I had almost enough for another one.
And I think I was just a little bit below 100. I managed to lose my airfield to that artillery. It's not a good place for it, if I'm honest. They can see me from well across the river, and get a recon on it, and those pushkas, there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, I can get Swift to pushka them, but you get into a pushka battle and, you know, anything can happen. So, we've got some AA around the back as well, because after Lagmaster sent a sneaky power around to take out the depot in 39, I think it was. Well, no, maybe it was early 42. We decided that that'd be worth it. Or at least
Yeah, I
Swift decided
actually
that'd be worth it.
researched
I
that
had
para on purpose.
Oh, you researched it, so it's 39, okay.
Yeah, it was 25 research. I didn't want to wait a little bit longer because I knew that you don't have AA over there, so it's always worth it to be annoying.
So, anything more to say, guys?
Well, not really, no.
Awesome super Pershings if you have money, which we don't. So
Yeah, it's
I think
Total War games. We haven't done many Total War games before, but they are often about saving your money for the era change to exploit the new tech. So we saved our money to exploit admins, but Team 2, sorry, could have just as easily exploited their money to save their money to exploit super Pershings.
yeah,
Because you
at
can
this
tech
stage,
up
if
and
you
then build
see at
3
the
super versions at
scoreboard,
once.
at the scoreboard is we are losing almost like 600 points to the leaders, and we're kinda keen on starting to get back into the game because the last 10 minutes is the time to do some work. So I think we only got 1 or 2 admins, and it was done by Prasovan because I was like all money went into Thunderbolts, and they were trying to kill those bloody priests and Saxons.
And another quick comment about era changes. If you played No Limit, the era changes are a lot slower. I mean, I'm not a fan of No Limit at all. People who know me, I don't see RUSE as that sort of game. I enjoy points finishes, and I really think that No Limit isn't a fun game mode for reasonably matched teams. Mainly because
Yeah, I've had some horrible No
anyway,
Limits.
I'll stop going into that. But in Total War, it's also bad because the era changes happen too slowly. You stay too long in 39. Even in this one, with a 50-minute time limit, I felt we stayed a bit too long in 39. I like to get through the eras a bit quicker. I like to use the 39 units and be restricted like that, but I don't like it to completely take over the game. Because I like it to be the early game, but I don't like it to take over the early game. I quite like Total War as a game mode. I think it's fun. But No Limit Total War, I don't like. This was 50 minutes, and I think it's a bit too long. But I think 50 minutes is too long for 4v4 games, and I think 40 minutes is too long for 3v3 games. But I'm crazy. Anyway, are we ready to carry on, guys?
Yeah, I'm at 1955. I'm a bit ahead, so
5, is it?
1955. Yeah.
Alright, are we ready? I'm going to do a 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to go. 3, 2, 1, go. So straight away we can see a truck. I've got a truck out, and that's an admin building. Swift has got a truck out, and that's an admin building. So we've got those 2 admins out pretty promptly. And we're just hoping that no one attacks us, because we've got no money to respond with. If someone attacks, we can't build stuff. We've just spent all our money on admins.
Yeah.
Even though we're near the top of the points, we still feel like we're underdogs. But fortunately, Team 2 carries on from their battle with Team 4. And Team 1 pulls back a bit, which was interesting. It's because they've just been harassed heavily by Team 4. So Team 4's inaction in the early game has actually played into our favour, because